folks, Stuart McLachlan here, otherwise known as that guy in the Firebird. Well, this is exciting. I'm doing my very first live stream. So a few things I want to point out. I've not done this before, so I'm not an expert. I can't promise that this is going to be professional. I've no idea what's going to happen. I can't promise I won't fall over, fluff my lines and all that sort of thing. I don't have a script. There's no plan, as it were, for today. I just thought, hey, let's go live and see what happens. So yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? We're at the Army Flying Museum, which is in Middle Wallop near Stockbridge in Hampshire, and we're here for the Wheels of Wallop vehicle meet, which happens once a month. I have been to this before. If you look at my previous videos, I think it was back in July, something like that, I did a video of this meet, and it was the vehicles as well. You had some old British classics, some American, some more modern stuff as well, lots of Mercs I seem to recall, and some Japanese stuff, so a good mixture really. This is a meet that doesn't really have strict criteria. It's I guess you could say it's one of those, if you've got passion for your car, you're welcome to bring it along. And I know that that's not going to be to everybody's taste, but it's a nice atmosphere. It's friendly, it's informal, it's relaxed, and I really enjoy that. I think that's great. I'm actually right by the entrance to the museum. You can see the main road behind me. The meet officially started at 10, so a few minutes ago. It's only myself and a Morris Minor here at the moment, so I'm hoping that some more will arrive, and hopefully we can sort of see them coming in, because this is the main sort of access point really. So yeah, it's a bit of an unknown really, because it's December, and lots of people have tucked their classics away for the winter. They've gone into hibernation, but who knows? There's plenty of people who are still out there using their classics, which is great. But yeah, I don't know. Also, it's Saturday the 21st of December, so it's the last sort of shopping weekend before Christmas, so I wonder if that might put people off coming to this. I don't know, but hey, I'm an optimist. I'm going to assume that we will get some people here, and it's going to be fun. So we will see what happens. So somebody coming in now. What have we got here? Turn the camera around. Oh, it's an Audi. Okay. Are they here for the meet? No, they're not here for the meet. But that's okay. Because the thing is, some people will be coming to see the museum. I've not been in the museum myself. I would like to. Contains all kinds of amazing military aircraft, I've been told. So that's perhaps something I will do in the future. And, yeah. And the other thing that I don't really know is how many people are going to tune into this. As I say, I've never done it before. I'm not a massive channel. It's not like I have millions of followers. I don't know if there's an interest, but I'm going to keep filming anyway, because I do realise that some people may decide to watch this at a later date after the live stream finishes, so that's also okay. And I do of course apologise for any wind noise that you might be hearing. I can't tell. There is a bit of a breeze here today, so, but there's not really much I can do about that. I didn't want to really sort of bring loads of kit today. I wanted to try and keep things simple, because as I say, this is something I've not done before. I didn't really want to overcomplicate things, but you know, a new string to my bow, I suppose, if I can pull it off. But, yeah. All right, well, I have my camera dude with me, and do
Hello.
you want to quickly say hello?
Hi.
There we go, it's the camera dude. This is William.
Chat.
Say hi to YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
So William is going to be helping me today. I've no idea how long this stream is going to be. We'll sort of see how it goes, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hand the camera over to William. So there you are. All right.
Time for my camera solo.
Well, you can use the joystick on there to adjust it if necessary. And of course, I will stand fairly close to the camera when I'm talking because we're relying on the camera, the camera's built-in microphone. Normally, I would have a wireless lapel mic, but I don't have that today. So hopefully, you can hear me okay. And if you can't, well, I'm sorry. So, let's have a little wander and see what we can see. While we're waiting for people to arrive, I'll tell you what, let's go and have a look at this tank over here. This is quite impressive. I got my morning coffee, very important. All right, look at the tank, not me. Isn't this amazing? Horizontal would be better, but you say turn it vertical. TA 1905 says braving the weather. Ah, that's Dan, isn't it? That's Dan Tranquil from the Pontiac Owners Club. Hi Dan, good to have you with us. So, yeah. Okay, we'll stick with vertical resolution for the time being. Yeah, see how we get on. Let's head over here. I do apologise for the wind noise. It's quite a big open area here. If you look, you can see there's a runway to my left. As well as being a museum, this is also an active airfield. Yeah, it's very, very open. Remembered that there are, according to some posts I've seen on social media, there are some folks who are meeting at Romsey Rapids and then cruising here. People from Southern Modified and Mod Warriors, so hopefully we'll see them very soon. classic car community. And I think most people of a certain age will tell you that they either had one of these or they knew somebody that had one. Perhaps they grew up and their parents had one. These were a very, very common sight on the roads in Britain. So as you can see, I have the Firebird with me again. It gets used in all kinds of weather.
Just before,
You see what I mean about the mixture of cars here being quite eclectic? So we've got this fairly modern BMW. I say fairly modern, looks like it's a 2006. Next to the Firebird and the Morris. So straight away you've got three very, very different cars there. One thing that William and I were discussing on the way here was reasons why it's good to drive your classic car during the winter months. I think there's those that would say you shouldn't drive your classic car during the winter months, you'll spoil it, it should be tucked away for the winter, it should go into hibernation, and there's certainly arguments for that. If you spent a considerable amount of time and money storing your classic, I can understand why you would want to do that. But, hold on, something interesting coming in. What's this? Triumph? So, as I was saying, we're just going to see what happens with this video. I may stop mid-sentence when things happen. Very nice. Yes, Triumph 2000. Rover 2000, sorry. Of course, this is live, I can't even edit my mistake out. people watching?
Depends, guys. Say I was here if you are watching right now.
I'll tell you on the screen in a few seconds.
I think it kind of is. Eccentric Honda Civic, should we say, by the amazing Tyrone. This gets around this car, and every time I see it, something different has been done to it. Tyrone's constantly modifying it, doing bits and pieces. It's a work in progress, and it's absolutely mad. Yeah, I decided to try doing a live stream today because I'm not we've got a few people watching, so yeah, well, I think we do. I think we still do. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. I had no idea if anybody would, to be honest. So yeah, it's really encouraging that you have decided to watch this questionable live stream. What was I talking about? I was talking about using your classic car during the winter months, and how a lot of people would say you shouldn't. You know, you should take the car off the road for the winter, hibernate it essentially, and I can understand why many people do that, especially if you've spent lots of money, time doing perhaps a full restoration. Maybe you own something that's really rare. You know, there might not actually be many left in existence. So yes, Mark 1 has asked, is it Yorkshire?
is what Yorkshire?
Is it Yorkshire?
Are we in Yorkshire? No, we're in. This is the Flying Museum, which is in the middle of Wallop, near Stockbridge in Hampshire. So thank you for your question. Yeah, that's where we are. Very, very cool location. If you just pan the camera around, you can see they have military aircraft dotted around the grounds on display, and then you have the main museum building itself, which houses many other military vehicles. So
I'm afraid the wind is so loud we can't really hear you.
oh, okay, I do apologise for that. tell you what, come with me. There's somewhere a bit more sheltered where we can talk.
Mark 1 says it's the same weather as Yorkshire.
Yeah. Is it grim up north? Yeah, it's a bit chilly here today, got to be honest. Alright, well, hopefully the sound is a bit better here. Isn't this an amazing space? This is a memorial to people who have lost their lives in the various conflicts. And these are all sort of RAF people, from what I understand. Here we go, there's a little plaque here. This memorial is dedicated to all those who have lost their lives in the service of British Army flying. It is intended as a focus of remembrance for all who consider themselves to be part of the family of British Army flying, service or civilian, no matter what their role. The construction has been made possible through a LIBOR fund grant and the generosity of many individuals. Particular thanks are due to Mr. Norman Gillan, Honorary Secretary of the Royal Flying Corps Veterans Association. Alright, look at all these names. This is mad. So, yeah, I was talking about driving your classic during the winter. Now, I think it's a good thing to drive your car in the winter months, and I think there's several reasons. In no particular order, it's not good for a car to be sat around not doing anything. Cars need to be driven, because if they're not driven, then it can actually cause problems down the line. Things can seize up, things perish, you know, tyres, rubber, hoses, all that sort of thing. It can actually do more harm than good. I'm not saying that means that you can't hibernate your car, because there are things you can do to sort of allow for that. But generally, I think it's better for a car to be used. They're designed to be used. So that's one reason. And the other one is, despite what many people might think, classic cars can actually handle the winter just fine. I think we treat classic cars a bit like, elderly relatives or something who need lots of care and attention, when the truth is, there was a time when your classic car was just a car. It was just another car on the road, designed by the manufacturer to be used all year round, and guess what, it did just fine, and it will do just fine now. That's not to say that it doesn't pose challenges, because, you know, classic cars don't have all of the modern conveniences that perhaps we take for granted. They don't necessarily have power steering, anti-lock braking systems, lane assist, heated seats, all these wonderful things. But not having those things, I think, actually makes you a better driver,
forces you to think more about the driving experience. It puts you more in touch with the vehicle on the road. You have to allow for the fact that you don't have anti-lock braking, for example, so you're going to be thinking about your stopping distances. You don't have lane assist, so you're going to be focused on, maintaining a straight line. And all. Is this making sense? I think it makes you a better driver, and for me, perhaps the most important thing is I think it's very good for your mental health, because in the winter months it's dark, it's cold, people aren't feeling as optimistic as perhaps they were in the warmer months. I don't think people go to work and they sit in their office or they're in their factory or whatever it is they do, and they're thinking, oh, I can't wait till 5 o'clock so I can go and jump into my Kia. I don't think people do that. Whereas if you're driving your classic to work, you're going to look forward to the time to clock off and go home, because you're going to get in your classic and you're going to cruise home. And then there's something about the experience of driving a classic car which you can't really compare with anything modern, I don't think. I think it's an experience that just puts a smile on your face. It's so far removed from what we're used to now. I think modern cars lack the soul that the older cars had. What do you guys think? And what do I mean by classic car? I mean, that's something that's broad in its interpretation. There are vehicles now which I remember being everywhere, and they're now considered classics. I don't really consider them classics because it doesn't seem that long ago that they were everywhere. My car, for example, is a 2002. Does that make it a classic? It's 22 years old. I don't think it is. Maybe you might call it a modern classic. People's definition varies, doesn't it? Some might say, oh, a car needs to be 25 years old. The government would tell you that a vehicle needs to be 40 years old for it to be considered a classic. So yeah, open to interpretation. Let's head back and see if anybody else has arrived. Nobody watching?
I don't know, it just has a dot.
Oh, okay.
Strange.
Yeah, well, we'll keep recording.
I had like 12 views a second ago. Oh, some new cars. I kind of need a break. Things are getting cold. Can you take this one? Thanks.
Yeah, swap.
Thanks.
Alright, I'm on camera duties now.
Okay.
Very cool location for a Mark 1 says, but if you look after your car, you miss out on the fun of a complete engine rebuild. Well, yes, there is that. But Mark, you're not going to want to do an engine rebuild every winter, are you? Well, I don't know, maybe you do. But yeah. I mean, I do get the appeal of taking the car off the road and then working on it for the winter. A project, maybe doing some long overdue repairs, maybe doing some upgrades, restoration work, whatever it might be. I get the appeal of that, having your own little space, having a workshop, plenty of hot tea, scraped knuckles, let's be honest, trying to undo seized bolts. Oh yeah, it's not necessary.
necessarily glamorous, is it? But there's something to be said for working on your own car. The satisfaction of doing the work yourself. Having something to be proud of. Take a look at these Mercs. I think they may be parked here because, well, as you can see, the ground conditions are somewhat muddy today. This is rather interesting. Yeah, we've seen this one before, haven't we? Well, it's certainly in my last, certainly in the video that I recorded here the last time. Very good condition as well, you can see. Yeah. Just look how simple dashboards used to be. Big chunky physical buttons. Now you just have an iPad in the middle of the dash and that's it really. But something to be said for that sort of tactile feeling of pressing buttons. So, okay, the glass is a little dirty so it's not easy to see inside, but it looks very homely, doesn't it? Very nice. All right. There's a classic Merc. What's that? 1984, something like that. Very, very nice. Look at the bright work on it and the paint. All right, let's just head up to the cafe where it's a bit less windy. And then I think I'll sort of say some closing remarks and we'll call it a day. But as I say, I didn't really have a plan for this video. I just thought I'd come along and shoot and see what happens. Didn't know if anyone would watch. Didn't know if any cars would turn up. So yeah, been an interesting experience. So this place is absolutely huge. And there is actually a big show that happens here in the summer called Wings of Wallop. which I've actually bought my tickets for. It's not just a big car show, it's also an air show, so that should be really interesting. Looking forward to that. So attached to the museum is this cafe. So let's just go in here so we can get away from the wind noise. Okay. All right.
You should do some chat reading.
Yeah, don't think there's anything new. All right. Sit down for a minute.
Just like position it steady.
Okay, so hopefully it's a bit quieter now and you can hear me. Thank you everybody for watching. It's really encouraging because, as I say, I had no idea if anybody would be interested, and the fact that you have tuned in is great. So I may do something like this again in the future. I do apologise for the sound issues. It's very windy here, but that's something to bear in mind for the future. There may be some things I can do. Perhaps I can use a lapel microphone or something like that and shield it or something. I don't know. Yeah, so please continue to look out for future videos. I've got quite a few in the pipeline. There's one I'm currently working on, it's nearly finished, which I'm hoping to put out tonight or in the morning at the latest. So that's a show, well, it's a meet that I went to in Blandford in Dorset, organised by the Dorset Car Club. So that was really good. Looking forward to showing you all of that. There's a few other things coming up. I also went to the Breakfast Club meet at the Haynes Motor Museum in Somerset. That's another video. And a big one that I really want to get out by the end of this year is my visit to the Classic Motor Show at the NEC in Birmingham. That was absolutely huge. I mean, thousands of cars, tens of thousands of people. Absolutely mad. I had a great time. It was an exhausting day. I was constantly on my feet, just recording as much as possible. So really looking forward to getting that one out. I'm going to some more events as well. So on Boxing Day, I'm heading to Wickham Square, which is near Fareham in Hampshire. And this is an informal meet in the town square. It happens every Boxing Day and it's been going for like 60 years or something. The legend has it that it started off as a few local farmers. They decided they wanted to get together on Boxing Day for a social, so they would meet in the town square with their tractors, and then it grew in popularity and each year more and more people would come, and now it's got to the point where yes, you have agricultural vehicles, but you have cars, you have bikes, you have all sorts of things, even steam engines. Nobody organises the show. It's just rooted in people's minds. People just know to go there on Boxing Day. So I haven't been for about 20 years, but from what I understand, it's still going strong. So I will be going there this year and recording it. Going to another show in Brackley, which is just north of Oxford. I think that's on the 29th. I can't remember. I need to check. So yeah, lots going on and lots planned for 2025 as well. So please do keep checking back for new videos as they're posted. Well, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you, William, for helping with the recording. All right. It's my camera dude. Yeah, thanks ever so much. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, whatever it is you're doing. I hope you're well and you have a fun and safe time. So all the best. And of course I need to finish with my catchphrase, don't I? I'm Stuart McLachlan, but you can call me
That In the firework.
That's right, that guy in the Firebird. Thanks for watching. Now then, how do I stop this? Oh, this isn't professional, is it? How do I stop the thing? There we go. Okay, well, I had a really cool outro there, didn't I? And then I couldn't figure out the tech. So, as I say, none of this is planned. I'm inexperienced. I'm an idiot. But thanks for tuning in regardless. We'll see you soon.